first time ever this year, Lakeland College's residences were completely full. And this should come as no surprise, as recent numbers show that there has yet again been an increase in enrollment at the college. The number of full and part-time students has increased almost 5% at both the Lloydminster and Vermilion campuses. The Dean of Academic Services, Wendy Plandowski, says that there are a couple of reasons for the jump in numbers.
Our agricultural programs, for example, have grown substantially. Our graduates are out there, they're working, they're getting jobs, and so, I think that the news is getting out there that Lakeland College is a great place to learn your vocation.
There are now close to 2,400 students at Lakeland. The college anticipates similar numbers next year.
We have to look at possibly enhancing our residents' capabilities and continuing to look at off-campus housing until we can meet the demand again of the students.
Thank you very much.
This is the 5th straight year of enrollment increases. Plandowski says the college is planning for the trend to continue with consistent long-term growth.
We are looking at expansion in the Lloydminster campus of a energy center. In Vermilion, we actually just recently purchased additional land through a farm that was adjacent to our property, so we do have room for future growth.
The college will be celebrating its centenary in 2013. When the college opened, there were just 34 students. Since 1921, the poppy has stood as a symbol of remembrance to honor those who gave their lives for our country's freedom. But 90 years later, many question if it still holds the same significance with today's youth. Lauren Pullen found out if the Lloydminster Legion thinks younger generations understand how much soldiers gave up for the freedom they have today.
It's a time-honored tradition, donning a poppy on your left lapel to honor those who put their lives on the line for our freedom. Some argue the tradition is lost on younger generations, but Al Hemingway disagrees, saying recent war conflict brings to life past struggles.
The Afghani conflict has brought forward the efforts of our service people and brought it right into our living rooms with the new media.
Hemingway hosts Legion ceremonies annually at local schools. He says in the past decade, students' knowledge has spiked thanks to traditional and social media coverage.
Back then we didn't have emails.
Veteran Jim Wilde says it was a very different story when he was at war. For him, keeping in contact was nearly impossible.
If you were lucky, you managed to get the ham operator to try and catch the skip on the atmospheric conditions and get you to talk to somebody in Canada. And you were given 5 minutes, and it might have been the only chance you had for the whole year you were over in Egypt.
As for the younger generation, Hemingway has faith youth want to know more.
Many of the school children have questions on what took place and how many people gave up their lives to earn the freedoms that we currently enjoy.
But he does feel people of various ages take our democracy for granted and has this simple message for everyone paying their respects this Friday.
The rights and freedoms we have are not God-given, that they were earned and they have to be fought for to be protected so that we will continue to enjoy them in the future.
Lauren Pullen, Newcap News.
Rotarians are known for their generosity and their desire to serve the community. Today, both of these came to light when the local club presented a $2,000 check to the Lloydminster Public School District. As Peter Quinlan explains, the money will be used to better the lives of students in the city.
From far and wide, O Canada.
With cheerful hearts, local Rotarians sing with joy, knowing that they're making a difference in the world.
Awesome. Thanks very much. You're welcome.
Local Rotary Club gave the Lloydminster Public School Division $2,000 to invest into the future of their community.
Of that check, $1,000 of it come directly from us as individuals with the Rotary Club, and then additional $1,000 out of District Foundation.
Again, it really supports that whole notion of citizenship and leadership within our students. I think it's really important. Not only does the club sort of model it in their role, but then supports us in promoting it within our student body.
The money will go towards the implementation of the HEROES program in local schools, which will help build into the leaders of tomorrow.
Rather than saying what you should not do, it works on identifying and developing individual strengths, and then how kids can leverage those strengths, or people can leverage those strengths to have a positive impact on the folks around them, themselves, and just a broader sense of community.
The program helps students develop resilience within themselves.
Do I belong to this community? Do I matter? Can I make a difference in this community? And a lot of youth don't really see how they can personally, at their age, make a difference. So we like to identify that.
The Rotary Club has roots that extend into the classroom, allowing them to be a part of transforming a child's life.
One of the reasons we do have the support is that many of our staff actually belong, and Dave McLennan, who's principal at ES Laird School, where the Heroes program is currently in place, is a member of this club. And
Diachuk says having the support of local clubs like Rotary plays a big part in the success of these programs.
We look at the number of our staff as teachers and support staff that are members of service clubs in the community, and that relationship by being part of it and modeling it as well as staff members and citizens.
The Heroes program will be implemented into grade 7 classrooms starting in January. Peter Quinlan, Newcap News.
Time for another edition of Pet Project. This week, Allison and Jennifer introduce us to one special little pup who was fortunate to be rescued when he was.
Hi and welcome to this week's Pet Project. I'm at the Lloydminster and District SPCA with Jennifer, and this is Matthew, and today we're doing a special pet project all about him.
We are. We decided that we wanted to devote this entire pet project to Matthew. He's just such an amazing little guy, and he's got quite the story. Maddie came into us on October 21st with a severe trauma to his head. We had to make a quick decision as to whether or not we could save Matthew's life. With the support of Weir's Veterinary Services, the veterinarians donated their time along with community funds to be able to give him the surgery that he so desperately needed. So now he does not have an eye anymore, and we were also able to neuter him. He was in such bad condition that when the vets took him in, they shaved him down and they actually removed 1.4 pounds of fur off of him. That was quite matted, which kind of is how we got the name Maddie for him. He came through the surgery amazingly, and he's doing wonderfully now. He is so lovable. It's as if he's thankful that his life was saved. He is so social. He gets along well with other dogs, other cats, everybody that we've introduced him to. He has captured all of our hearts, and I'm sure he's going to capture everybody's heart in the community as well. We have a specific community medical fund that we devote to cases like this. So donations coming in, if people want to donate straight to that emergency medical fund, it helps cases such as Maddie. We never know when we're going to get an animal in this condition. We have to make a quick decision as to whether or not we have the funds to save the animal. So if anybody is interested in donating to this fund, they can go online to our website and click on our Canada Helps link, or they can phone the shelter at 875-2809. But for right now, Maddie is looking for his forever home. He's up for adoption, and we encourage everybody to come out and see this amazing little guy.
Perfect, and thanks for joining us on this week's Pet Project.
The Pet Project is sponsored by Quick Pick Waste Disposal. Locally owned and operated and serving urban, rural, and industrial customers in Lloydminster and region.